A government oversight group is bringing attention to wasteful spending on a federal arts program. One America's Kendall Forward has more from Washington.
The study is by OpenTheBooks.com, one of the nation's largest private databases in government spending. It shows taxpayers are funding millions of dollars in grants to wealthy nonprofits, some with endowments already over $1 billion.
I think many people are supporters of the arts. I'm a classical violinist, played in the All-State Orchestra. My daughters dance in the pre-professional ballet. But when it comes to public funding of the arts and prestigious organizations with billion-dollar balance sheets, there needs to be reform in the funding of the arts.
Despite Adam Andrzejewski's personal support of the arts, the CEO of OpenTheBooks.com is taking a hard look at how they're funded. The study by the government spending group finds most of the money from the national endowments of the Arts and Humanities went to nonprofits with major private revenue streams.
What we found was that in terms of nonprofit grant making, there was $183 million granted in fiscal year 2016, and much of this, about $100 million of it, went to organizations with over $10 million of existing financial assets. They didn't need taxpayer money, but they took it anyway.
The Chicago-based group looked at 3,200 organizations receiving $441 million in federal grant making last year. Organizations with assets greater than $10 million received $84 million of the designated money, as opposed to those worth $1 million who received less than half of that. And among those also includes those in the more obscure category, like a sightseeing tour for saguaro cactuses in the Arizona desert.
For the National Endowment of the Arts, they greenlit a $10,000 grant so people can go on a tour to see the saguaro cactus, to listen to the cactus, to hear the cactus speak to them, and then share their findings on social media.
Andrzejewski says the purpose of the report is to elevate the debate. President Trump's 2018 budget proposed doing away with the National Endowment of the Arts and Humanities and zeroes out these organizations, for which he received criticism for leaving, quote, starving artists out to dry. However, Congress's version slightly increases art funding, $5 million out of a $4 trillion budget.
What's the public purpose? To compel working and middle-class taxpayers to continue to fund the Met. The Met has nearly $4 billion in their bank accounts and financial assets.
Now, of course, we'll be keeping an eye on any other changes that may be coming to the budget. Is expected to reach a vote after Labor Day in the fall. In Washington, Kendall Forward, One American News.